Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with Craig. Did you guys miss me yesterday? Well, in case you're wondering, yesterday took a bit of a day off. We were down in Pasadena. We had our SB 707 lawsuit, which was taking place. It was being heard before the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. It's always interesting when you get a chance to go and actually hear a case pled before the Ninth Circuit. There's a reason why they call it the Ninth Circus, and got a chance to experience a little bit of that yesterday. So anyway, today I'm here. I'm back in the saddle, ready to have a conversation with you. So do me a favor. Please make sure to like and share this video. Share it. Let your friends know about our YouTube channel, about our Facebook page. Get them to like it. Get them to subscribe so that we can all be a part of the conversation. Good time will be had by all. Now, before we get into today's topic, I wanted to touch with you guys on something. We actually one of our sister organizations or partner organizations, the Cal Guns Foundation, actually has a very important giveaway going around. Now, this is related. This is relating to our Sylvester case. Now, for those of you unfamiliar, that's the 10-day waiting period case. And right now, it's we're waiting to hear if it's going to be heard by the Supreme Court. So we need your help. We need you to help us support that lawsuit because, you know, one of the things that you learn if you ever have to deal with a lawsuit is that lawsuits aren't free. So we need your help. We need you to support us. We need you to go to the page. We need you to contribute. And as a thank you, you will be entered to win this very cool Kimber stainless Raptor 2, which is provided to us by Sacramento Black Rifle. So please, now, and I say this all the time, just please remember, you do not have to donate to enter, but you do have to enter to win. All right, let me say that one more time. You do not have to donate to enter, but you do have to enter to win. So please take some time, follow the link in the description to this video. You'll be able to make a contribution and or enter the contest to win this very cool firearm. So once again, this will go to support the Cal Guns Foundation and the Sylvester lawsuit, which deals with the 10-day waiting period. All right. Anyway, that's once again, that's before the Supreme Court as we speak. So today's topic. Now, this is interesting. We hear a lot about, you know, we ought to do it like Australia because Australia, well, they banned guns and everything is just great, wonderful, and dandy down there. But is it? Is it really great, wonderful, and dandy? Are things going well? Or are citizens finding that crime has gotten to a point where they have found it necessary to arm themselves with, quite frankly, at this point, whatever they can get their hands on? Let's check out the story real quick.
Many homes in the street have been targeted by burglars and intruders in recent months. In fact, it's claimed 6 have been burgled in the past fortnight alone. George had his ute stolen and wallet. Now he sleeps in the lounge room and barricades his doors with logs.
Stole my ute, smashed it, thrashed it, used my tap and go with my car, spent $350 mainly on cigarettes and Maccas.
He's so fearful of being targeted again, he's just sold his home.
I just don't feel safe here anymore. I'm moving to Queensland. Victoria, crime, ridiculous. And we don't have
Husband and wife Sean and Maddie live in fear of criminals harming their young children. They're saving up to move as well, but in the meantime, they won't hesitate to inflict rough justice on anyone who breaks into their home.
I'm an Australian person. I'm going to defend what I have earned for in 25 years of working for it. So I'm not going to let someone just come and take what I've paid for and provide it for my family.
You do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Other neighbours have told A Current Affair they've electrified the fences surrounding their property to keep burglars out. One young single mother says she's recently purchased 2 pit bulls and she's training them to attack any stranger on her property. The perceived crime wave in this street has led Joe and some other residents to form a neighbourhood watch.
I patrol with my bow and my arrows, and we're all of the same opinion. We catch them, we're going to deal with them ourselves, because it's not going to stop until somebody gets severely hurt.
So now, okay, so first of all, I have to fully admit, you know, if you ever watched A Current Affair, and I haven't watched it in decades here in the United States, so the fact that it actually exists down in Australia is interesting. That's a whole different conversation. But admittedly, this was a piece that was really meant to a certain degree to mock these folks because, you know, well, these are all people who live in rural communities and they live out in the sticks and, well, you know, they're building these homes, they're building these suburban homes out in their out in their area, and well, they're just afraid of civilization. And look, these guys are crazy. But the reality is, what they are recognizing is, as urban sprawl is coming their direction, as they move to an area, because quite frankly, they don't like a lot of the things that are occurring that the government is putting in place in some of the more urban or suburban areas. They've decided that they want to live they want to be more independent. Well, guess what? That lifestyle, is being mocked, is being challenged. And then you have these folks who are now building homes out where these folks live. And with the urban sprawl comes the problems of urban sprawl, as in this case, as you're finding, is crime. And individuals are being mocked because they decided to exercise their fundamental human right of self-defense. They may not have a Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms, but they do have a fundamental human right to be able to defend themselves. And the response by the media, of course, is to mock them. Sounds oddly familiar, doesn't it? Here in these United States, all we ask, all those of us who are advocates of the Second Amendment ask we're not asking, we're just telling you. We have a fundamental human right to defend ourselves. We have a constitutional right to keep and bear arms, and we will exercise that right, and we will stand up for that right. And for that, the politicians, the entertainment industry, and everyone else that is out there, and the politicians, entertainment industry, you name it, the media, news media, are going to try to mock us and make us look like, well, we're the crazy ones, because we actually understand that we are our own first responders, that we not only have a right, but a responsibility to be prepared to be able to defend ourselves, and are willing to fight to be able to fulfill that responsibility. These are folks who get it. They get it. And unfortunately, they are in an even worse condition than those of us here in California. In terms of their ability. I mean, you had guys out there with, you know, basically they had axe handles, pickaxe handles. They had bows and bow and arrow, crossbows. You know, they're doing whatever they can to be able to defend themselves, and they've been put at risk by the very government who's supposed to be protecting them, and mocked by the very media that's supposed to be telling their story. It's sad. But this is what happens when a people don't stand up against a tyrannical government, which is why it's so important that we do that here in these United States. Even in places like California, where we are clearly behind enemy lines when it comes to the right to keep and bear arms, where we have a government. Yesterday in the court, it was funny. A couple of the justices tried to say, well, CCW holders are not a politically unfavored group. I mean, they have this special privilege. I'm like, no. I'm thinking to myself, no, they're exercising their right to keep and bear arms. And if you go to the California state legislature, if you go to some of these, you know, the people who run California, they will look at you like you're crazy. Like, no, those are evil people because they want to carry guns. We are not politically favored. We are not a favored people in this particular state, people who believe in their right to defend themselves. We are under attack, and it's even more important that we stand up and we defend ourselves, period. Both in the media, at the Capitol, in the courts, and if necessary, in our homes, at our places of business, wherever we may be, we have a responsibility, a right and a responsibility to be able to defend ourselves. Plain and simple. Anyway, folks, want to thank you guys for tuning in. Please do me a favor. Please make sure to, once again, to like and to share these videos. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, or if you haven't liked our Facebook page, please do so that you can get alerts and you'll know exactly when we have information coming out. I was talking to someone just the other day who says they watch our videos all the time and they hadn't even realized that they hadn't even subscribed because, well, they just figured they would do it later. So please take a moment, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button or hit the little like button, and become a part of the Firearms Policy Coalition. This is the home in the fight for civil rights. Remember, we got to use them or we're going to lose them. You guys, take care. Have a good day.
If you like our videos, follow, subscribe, like, and share.